Valmiki Ramayana, Kishkindha Kanda, Book number 4, Sarga 12, Roman numerals XII 12. The palm trees, I suspect is the Sala trees. Then Rama, that his friend might know his strength unrivaled, grasped his bow. That mighty bow the foe's dismay, and on the string an arrow lay. Next on the tree his eye he bent, and forth the hurtling weapon went. Loosed from the matchless hero's hold, that arrow decked with burning gold, cleft the 7 Sala in line, and through the hill that rose behind them flew. Six subterranean realms it passed, and reached the lowest depth at last, whence speeding back through earth and air, it sought the quiver and rested there. Upon the cloven trees amazed, the sovereign of the Vanars gazed. With all his chains and gold outspread, prostrate on earth, he laid his head. Then rising, palm to palm he laid, in reverent act obeisance made, and joyously to Rama best of war-trained chiefs these words addressed. What champion, Raghu's son, may hope with thee in deadly fight to cope, whose arrow, leaping from the bow, cleaves tree and hill and earth below? Scarce might the gods, arrayed for strife, by Indra's self escape with life. Assailed by thy victorious hand, and how may Bali hope to stand? A grief and care are passed away, and joyous thoughts my bosom sway, who have in thee a friend renowned, as Varun or as Indra found. Then on subdue this friendship's claim, my foe who bears a brother's name. Strike Bali down beneath thy feet, with suppliant hands I thus entreat. Sugriva seized, and Rama pressed the grateful Vanar to his breast, and thoughts of kindred feeling woke in Lakshman's bosom as he spoke. On to Kishkindha, on with speed, thou Vanar king our way shalt lead. Then challenge Bali forth to fight, thy foe who scorns a brother's right. They sought Kishkindha's gate and stood, concealed by trees in densest wood. Sugriva, to the fight addressed, more closely drew his cinctured vest, and raised a wild sky-piercing shout to call the foeman Bali out. Forth came impetuous Bali, stirred to fury by the shout he heard. So the great sun, ere night has ceased, springs up impatient to the east. Then fierce and wild the conflict raged, as hand to hand the foes engaged. as though in battle mid the stars fought Mercury and fiery Mars. The highest pitch of frenzy wrought, with fists like thunderbolts they fought, while near them Rama took his stand and viewed the battle, bow in hand. Alike they stood in form and might, like heavenly Ashwins paired in fight. Nor might the son of Raghu know where fought the friend and where the foe. So while his bow was ready bent, no life-destroying shaft he sent. Crushed down by Bali's mightier stroke, Sugriva's force now sank and broke, who hoping not from Rama's aid, to Rishyamukha fled dismayed. Weary and faint, and wounded sore, his body bruised, and dyed with gore. From Bali's blows, in rage and dread, afar to sheltering woods he fled. Nor Bali further dared pursue, the curbing curse too well he knew. Fled from thy death, the victor cried, and home the mighty warrior hied. Hanuman, Lakshman, Raghu's son, beheld the conquered Vanar run, and followed to the sheltering shade, where yet Sugriva stood dismayed. Near and more near the chieftains came, then for intolerable shame, not daring yet to lift his eyes, Sugriva spoke with burning sighs. Thy matchless strength I first beheld, and dared my foe by thee impelled. Why hast thou tried me with deceit, and urged me to a sure defeat? Thou shouldst have said, I will not slay thy foeman in the coming fray. For had I then thy purpose known, I had not waged the fight alone. The Vanar sovereign, lofty-souled, in plaintive voice his sorrows told. Then Rama spake, Sugriva, list, all anger from thy heart dismissed, and I will tell the cause that stayed mine arrow and withheld the aid. In dress, adornment, port, and height, in splendor, battle shout, and might, no shade of difference could I see between thy foe, O king, and thee. So like was each, I stood at gaze, my senses lost in wildering maze, nor loosened from my straining bow a deadly arrow at the foe, lest in my doubt the shaft should send to sudden death our surest friend. Oh, if this hand in heedless guilt and rash resolve thy blood had spilt through every land, O Vanar king, my wild and foolish act would ring. Sore weight of sin on him must lie, by whom a friend is made to die. And Lakshman, I, and Sita, best of dames, on thy protection rest. On warrior, for the fight prepare, nor fear again thy foe to dare. Within 1 hour thine eye shall view my arrow strike thy foeman through. Shall see the stricken Bali lie low on the earth and gasp and die. But come, a badge about thee bind, O monarch of the Vanar kind, that in the battle shock mine eyes, the friend and foe may recognize. Come, Lakshman, let that creeper deck with brightest bloom Sugriva's neck, and be a happy token twined around the chief of lofty mind. Upon the mountain slope there grew a threading creeper fair to view, and Lakshman plucked the bloom, and round Sugriva's neck a garland wound. Graced with the flowery wreath he wore, the Vanar chief the semblance bore of a dark cloud at close of day, and garlanded with cranes at play. In glorious light the Vanar glowed, as by his comrades' side he strode, and still on Rama's word intent, his steps to great Kishkindha bent. Absolutely beautiful. Footnotes. 338.1. The Bengal recension makes it return in the form of a swan. 338.2. Varuna is one of the oldest of the Vedic gods, corresponding in name and partly in character to the of the Greeks, and is often regarded as the supreme deity. Poseidon. He upholds heaven and earth, possesses extraordinary power and wisdom, sends his messengers through both worlds, numbers the very winkings of men's eyes, punishes transgressors whom he sees with his deadly news, and pardons the sins of those who are penitent. In later mythology, he has become the god of the sea. Varuna, Poseidon. 339.1. Buddha, not to be confounded with the great reformer Buddha, is the son of Soma, or the moon, and regent of the planet Mercury. Angara is the regent of Mars, who is called the red, or the fiery planet. The encounter between Michael and Saturn is similarly said to have been as if two planets rushing from aspect malign of fiercest opposition in mid-sky should combat, and their jarring spheres compound. Paradise Lost, Book 6. 339.2. The Ashwins, or heavenly twins, the Dioscuri, or Castor and Pollux of the Hindus, have frequently been mentioned. See page 36. Note. Absolutely beautiful. So what happened in this chapter, pretty much Rama proved his powers to Sugriva. Sugriva was struck with wonder, immediately bowed down and offered obeisances to Rama, and then they all went to Kishkindha, to the kingdom of the monkey race, Vanaras, the planet of the apes, where Bali was his brother. They had a fight, thinking Rama is gonna kill his brother, but what happened is Rama could not recognize who is who because they were so similar, like two twins, like two perfect twins. So now, finally, Rama tells Sugriva what happened, that he was not able to recognize him, and that now put this garland of flowers around his neck so I can recognize you. The garland that looked like clouds at dusk, red, There we have God tells Semites to paint their doors with Ram's blood to recognize them. And Rama tells Simeon, the king of Simeons, to deck his neck, to put around his neck a red flowery garland so he can be recognized. Jai Shri Ramayana Ki Jai. Rama Victa, victory to Rama. Hail Rama. Ciao.